got some news from Milwaukee Brewers pitcher Jordan Zimmermann. He is calling it a career after 13 seasons in the Major League Baseball. Just a little bit of background on him, Mario. He's a two-time All-Star. He threw the first no-hitter in Washington Nationals history. Um, and he actually got drafted by the Washington Nationals in the second round of the 2007 draft. He came from a Division III school called Wisconsin Stevens Point, which is very impressive, Mario, because usually it's rare enough to hear of athletes that are from schools that are lesser than D1, and it's even more rare to hear that and they get drafted that high up in the draft. So that's pretty impressive. And with this time with the Nationals from 2009 to 2015, he went 70-50 with a 3.32 ERA. Um, he threw that no hitter in 2014. And then that same year he finished fifth in the Cy Young voting in the National League Cy Young voting. And he actually made the National League All Star team that same year as well. And in 2013 he did the same thing. Only he had a career best 19 games. He finished seventh in the Cy Young voting and was also an All Star that year. Then he went to Detroit to the Detroit Tigers in 2015. He signed a 5-year, $110 million contract, and he wasn't really that great. Mario, he was 25-41 with a 5.60 ERA. And overall, he finished his career with a 95-91 record and a 4.07 ERA. And his last appearance before he called it a career was on Friday with the Brewers, which is also his home state. He pitched against the Marlins. He had two scoreless innings, and overall he had a 7.94 ERA and 5 and 2/3 innings. So not the best, but at least he got to end it in his home state. So I have a quote from Jordan Zimmermann himself. He said, and I quote, "I have had the joy of playing the game that I love for the past 15 years. I will forever be thankful to the Washington Nationals and Detroit Tigers for allowing me to live out this dream. It has been particularly special to be able to end it all playing for my hometown team, the Milwaukee Brewers. Thank you to all my friends, teammates, and family members who have been by my side throughout this incredible journey. I will miss the game greatly, but I'm ready for the new phase of my life." And before I pass on to you, Mario, this article was written by ESPN News Services. So I'll start off with you first.
First of all, congratulations to Jordan Zimmerman on everything he's accomplished in his MLB career. I mean, like you said, and Nate, his glory years were definitely with the Washington Nationals. I believe from 2012 to 2015. 2 seasons he had an ERA that was under three. That was back in 2014 and 2012, and he has had 4 seasons with double digit wins from 2012 to 2015. So he's had a decent career in it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a two-time All-Star, like we talked about. Except when he got to Detroit, when he got that huge payday, which is honestly something that's really going to help him in retirement. But he got that huge payday. But in Detroit, it just didn't seem like it clicked. I mean, he had like one decent year. That was in 2018. He had a 4.52 ERA, but even then, he had 7 wins and 8 losses. So when he really went to Detroit, it just wasn't really working out. But after 13 seasons, Jordan Zimmerman is calling it a career. I don't know if he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Most likely not. And that's nothing against him. He might make the Hall of Fame ballot, but other than that, I can't really see him making the Hall of Fame. As for the Washington Nationals, he might, and he could make their like Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could, um, for everything that he's done in Washington. But yeah, I mean, he has done some great things. Obviously, like you said, from coming from a D3 school to going to the MLB in such an early round, that is a big accomplishment. And not only that, the amount of money that he has made throughout his career, that's obviously something that he's going to be able to take with him. So when you really look at it, Nate, Jordan Zimmerman, he didn't have that like illustrious career, but he had a good enough career where you could remember him, and not only remember him, where he has done some things in the MLB that we will never forget. Like you said, the only no hitter in Nationals history. That's probably definitely going to get him in the Hall of Fame for the Nationals. But I mean, with that being said, he really did have a great career. So I do wish Jordan Zimmerman the best of luck post retirement. He made a lot of money throughout his career. I hope he gets to enjoy that, doing stuff that he loves. And with that being said, best of luck to the Milwaukee Brewers. Best of luck to Jordan Zimmerman as well.
Yeah, right. Best of luck to Jordan Zimmerman and the Brewers. Whatever Jordan Zimmerman decides to do in his future. Yeah, Mario, you basically said it all. Hall of Fame wise, I can't see it to be honest, but like you said, it's nothing against him, but I can definitely see him making the Washington Nationals Hall of Fame. I can definitely see that. He threw their first ever no hitter. And at the time, the franchise was still young, and it still is. It still is a pretty young franchise, a little over 15 years old, so it's not an old franchise, but um Yeah, Mario, I can definitely see him making the Washington Nationals Hall of Fame. As for the actual Hall of Fame itself, I don't even know if I can see him on the ballot. Nothing against him though, but one thing we talk about with athletes, one thing that's great to have is longevity. And I think that's something he needs to be proud of. The fact that he was able to play the game that long. He came from a D3 school, which goes to show you that you don't have to go to a D1 school to be a professional. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do it. It's beneficial, but you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, there's really not much else for me to say here other than best of luck to Jordan Zimmermann post baseball life. I wish you the best of luck with your family and whatever you decide to do, and best of luck to the Brewers, best of luck to the Nationals and the Tigers.